Hello there. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good everything, wherever you are in the globe at this moment, joining me. Yes, on the Word Café live show. You've missed me. I have missed you too. Good to be here. Good to be here. How are you? How's your day? How's it been? Mine has been lovely. Where I am in the part of the world, it's been raining. It's been raining this evening, and it's one of those things. But we are here and we're going to have fun. Okay, yes. What do we have today? I have somebody I consider exciting. Yes, she's around. Don't worry. I'll bring her in very soon. Her name is Bamike Oba Adeyemi. You know that voice, when you listen to Olorun Agbaye o. Yes, that song by Nathaniel Bassey and Chandra Moore, that voice that was giving praise to God. Yes, her name is Bamike Oba Adeyemi. She's in the studio today, and she's going to tell us so much about herself, her journey, and her expression. Where is she? I am bringing her in. Bam. And
Wow.
there she is. Bamike Oba Adeyemi. You are welcome.
Thank you so much.
How
Thank
are
you, thank you,
you?
thank you. I'm fine, thank you. Wow, good evening,
Whoa.
everyone.
So
I'm
welcome.
coming.
Welcome. How is okay?
Sorry, something is interrupting me here. Okay.
All right, no problem. It's one of those things
Yes, let
when
me
you're
just.
live show. Yes, it.
Hello, people. Just give me a sec. Let me cut off the interruption. Hey.
Yeah, she's trying to fix herself. Don't worry, we're here. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this side of eternity present. This is your
All
girl,
right.
Bamike Oba Adeyemi, aka Oba in short.
It's a good day.
It's a
Whoa,
great
whoa,
day, my
whoa.
brother. Thank you for having me here.
Welcome.
Wow. It's such a great pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Good evening. Well done. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm, yes.
So
AKA Oba for short. I like that. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's a
I'm fine.
ple- pleasure is mine. Pleasure is mine.
Mm, mm.
Good. I guess you're joining in from Lagos. How is Lagos today?
Lagos is kind of cloudy at the moment.
How is
Um,
Lagos today? How is
Lagos
Lagos?
is Lagos is cloudy today. We're expecting rain. It's
Can
been
you hear,
raining some days ago.
can you
Yes,
hear me?
I can hear you,
All
and I'm
right, all
replying.
right.
Yes,
So how's the weather in Lagos today?
the weather
Is it
is
is it
cloudy.
raining? Is it
Uh,
do we have sunshine? What was it
we
like in
had sun
Lagos?
we had sunshine in the afternoon, but right about now it is cloudy, and maybe the rain is somewhere in the
Hello,
horizon.
Bamike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but can you hear me? I can hear you.
Hello, Bamike, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you. I can hear you. Let me write it. I I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay,
But can you hear me?
okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
All right. Okay, I think we're having a bit of a glitch in terms of the. Okay, okay, all right. So, who is Bamike Oba? Let's.
Okay.
Oh,
Barbecue Oba, I'm just a regular
okay.
girl. Yeah. I'm just a regular girl. I'm a go-getter. I'm a fun-loving, as you can tell. I mean, it is what it is. I am. I'm someone who is so in love with Abba, with God. I'm a Jesus girl. Um, what else? I am a multi-influential expressionist. I can sing, I can dance, I can write, I can talk. Um, what else? I can do quite a number of things very well. So I like to call myself a multi-influential expressionist. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm an um, I'm an author. I'm a transformation coach with the John Maxwell team. Um, and then I'm the lead coach and mentor at the Bamike Oba Mentoring Academy, which is an online creative hub, an online learning hub for creatives, those who are in the music space, singers, songwriters, dancers, um, dancers and actors, young people who are passionate about God, passionate about their giftings, and who wants to grow in not only their personal development but in all other areas, to be able to bring their giftings to the world, to color the world with their giftings. Um,
Okay.
I'm a mother of three soldiers. I have three amazing boys, and then I'm the wife of one husband. My husband is also a musician. Is Yamaha's is a drum ambassador for Yamaha in Africa. So his name is Adewale Adeyemi, and then
Whoa.
both of us are doing we're doing live together and doing music together and just having a great time. And yes, that's me in a nutshell. I've been opportune to um, express my creativity within Nigeria and outside of
Okay.
Nigeria.
Awesome.
And yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I'm just yeah.
Oh, in a nutshell. Oh, wonderful. Good,
Thank
good, good, good. We've been having. I lost you there for a beat. I think it was a
Oh,
network issue,
really?
but I think I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Okay. I can hear you now. Yes,
Bamike, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello,
Oh.
Bamike, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear
Yeah.
you. I can hear.
Yeah, but all right then. Okay, because I got that introduction. Wonderful. All right. You talked about your husband. He's
Yes, I said
oops.
he's a Yamaha ambassador. He's a Yamaha drum
You
ambassador in Africa. Yes,
all right. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you clearly now.
In Africa. Awesome. Awesome. Yes. Now, there's some okay. All right then. There's something about your style of music that fascinates me, as in the first time I heard you, as in it's not normal. It's not normal. It's pretty unusual and unique at the same time. So I just want to find out, how did you discover this expression, this kind of expression?
Okay. I let me share a bit of that because when I started my music journey, um, I started from a very unusual place compared to where I am right now. I started out as a rap artist, and from being a rap artist on campus, I gave my life to Christ on campus, and because I grew up in
Hmm.
music, in the sense that my dad was a music lover, has always been a music, still is a music lover, but he never sang. My mom never sang, but every day we woke up literally hearing music blasting in the house, and we go to bed hearing
Oh,
music. So growing up, music was a part of me. But then when I got into the university, and then I had an encounter with the Lord, and then I started my music journey on another phase. Now, before entering into the university, I was always in the Sunday school choir. I was prominent in the church choir. I mean, I was even drafted from the Sunday school choir into the main church choir because, they just saw that there was something about this cutie. Because, of course, I was, and but when I got into the university, and then I had an encounter with the Lord, and then it gave me then he gave me the name Oba. And then of course there was some argument that ensued between me and God, because when you call a woman Oba, from where I come from in Yoruba land, Oba is typical for a male gender. But when he said, okay, from here on your name is going to be called Oba, and every time you stand to declare my counsel, whether you're singing, and then he gave me
Mm.
3 mandates: sing it, say it, write it. And he said, anytime you're standing in any of this capacity, authority and power is going to be, it's going to flow forth from you. I'm giving you like this right of passage to be able to decree and to be able to enforce my counsel in the hearts of men and in the lives of men through this medium. Sing it, say it, write it. And so after that commissioning on one of my early morning meditations with the Lord on the mountain. Yes, when I was in the university, I was
Mm.
spending most of my early mornings on the mountains, and 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 so when he gave me that name and commissioned me and said, and then he gave me the name of her, and then he said, with regards to your music, I want you to make a divine statement with an African signature. Make a divine statement with an
Mm.
African signature. And so that was the template that was given me, and that was and then the name, and then the backing. And so all of a sudden I started when I started to sing. Now I remember I said
Mm.
I was coming from the place of being a rap artist. Being a rap, I was, just it's about time that you let him take control of your body, spirit, soul. See, he's got a good hold, good grabs, it won't hurt you. The apple of his
Mm.
eyes won't let nobody touch you. Watch it, it gives you what you need, is lots of passes, understanding, undermending, able to do much more than save, it keep you standing, just like Daniel in the day. God was able even then. And then so that was where I was coming from. And then I got this make a divine statement with an African signature. And even though I'm a Yoruba girl, I
Mm.
wasn't so deep in Yoruba. I was just a regular Lagos Yoruba kind of girl. And then here I am, and I'm ministering, and then it's as if I'm being overwhelmed, or I'm being swallowed up by another entity, and then I begin to just speak those deep conk Yoruba. And
Mm.
at first it was like, what's going on? And then you know then the, and then it went on like that, and on and on and on and on and on. And then I also found out that even in my music expression, it wasn't the praise and the worship. It was a combination of a neo soul that has a jazz fusion, that has an R&B. So
Yeah.
by the time I was coming together with my sound, I found out that there was a blend of jazz influence, because my husband has a jazz orientation,
Mm-hmm.
background. And then there was a neo soul gospel influence, and then of course there was the R&B influence. So my sound became like a potpourri of all those influences. And then I began to
Mm-hmm.
just sing it, and just go with the flow, and just go with the flow. And
Mm.
that was how,
Mm.
um in my closet, when I'm in the closet, I'm just having a wonderful time with the Lord, and I'm singing. I enter into that Yoruba, deep Yoruba realm, and it just comes on. It
Mm-hmm.
just comes on. It just comes on, and I've been doing that for almost over 2 decades. I mean, so I knew that it was a part of me that had
Okay.
to that has come to stay, you know um and yes, the earlier I embraced it, the better for me. So that was how I came about the expression. And the fact that, so in
Oh.
some sometimes, like, when I began to like um, think about my music journey, and I was asking a lot of questions, because at some point it wasn't looking like it, and I was ready to throw
Whoa.
in the towel and say, you know what, we're not doing this any longer. After all, I read electrical engineering in the university. I might as well just go and find something better to do, in quote, and leave all this music and ministry and please, because we're not blowing like we thought we wanted to blow. because because in the early days, all I wanted to do was just make music, blow, travel the world. I mean, what can a regular girl want? But
Yeah.
in my journey with the Lord, and in my journey with the assignment He has given unto me, I knew that there was more to just blowing up and traveling the world. It was like God has
You don't.
given me an assignment, so to speak. And yes, so that's why that has brought me to this place, to embrace the expression, and then the unique way in which He has given me to really be able to express it. Mm. Are you there? Hmm. It's not there. Hello.
Hello.
Okay,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
We're having serious network issues. It's
Is
been
it
raining
because of the
here
rain?
in this part of. Yeah, but don't worry, we'll get over it. It's one of those things. It's been
Okay.
raining here, but we will get it. Yeah, before I went off, because I had a little glitch there, you were
Yes.
telling me, you were telling us rather, of your musical journey, and you've been on
Yes.
this for, like you said, two decades,
Over two
and
decades, about
the
23,
fusion of over.
23, 24 years now. Yes.
Wow, wow.
Mm.
So the fusion, when you talked about the name Oba, I was
Yes.
asking myself before now, why is she answering that name Oba? But your explanation, yes, the first time I saw your name, Bamike Oba,
Mm.
I was like, excuse me, Oba is meant for, we know we're from Nigeria, we're Africans. Oba
Yes.
is meant for, is meant
A
for
king,
uh,
a
a
male gender.
king, a
Yes.
exactly. But now
Yes.
your explanation,
Mm.
as in coming to find your voice and God specifically telling you, this is how I want you to tell your story,
Story.
give the
Yes.
message, yeah. So now I understand. Now, why Oriki? Why Oriki? Because the way you sing, it's the Yorubas call it Oriki. I had to go do one
Yes.
or two research about the Oriki,
Research.
and
Yeah.
I mean I now understand it. So why Oriki? Why? Because every time I hear you sing, it always come across in that Oriki fashion. Why?
Mm. Um, I want to believe that why Oriki is because in my calling and assignment, I think my first audience is Elohim, is Abba, like I like to call him. Is Abba. My first audience is Abba. And so in the days when nobody knew me,
Mm-hmm.
nobody knew my face, nobody knew my name, nobody knew um, and I knew that the grace and the calling was there. What kept me going was that love walk, that love, that intimacy in the place of, just communion. And then I'm just loving on him. And then, I just enter into that even effortlessly, and even when I'm not thinking about it. So I just enter into that realm, and I'm just loving on him and just calling him by those names. And then and then because
Mm.
Yoruba, and I remember when I said the mandate he gave me was make a divine statement with an African signature. And the closest African signature to me is my root, Yoruba land. And so um, in expressing my heart to the Lord in worship, it became easy for me to just enter into that dimension and just begin to express.
Yeah.
And remember that in Yoruba land, and I want to believe it cuts across every other race. When you are lavishing adulation and eulogy to a person, you know what it does. When your child is just saying, "Dad, you're the smartest, you're the
Mm.
coolest guy," I mean, you're feeling cool about yourself. You're feeling good. Now, the same way, I'm saying these things to God, and then I can feel that, I can sense that we're having a good time together in my closet, and then as it went on, I remember at one time when he said this to me. We were going through. Of course, I've gone through diverse challenges in my life, and it was in one of
Mm-hmm.
um, those intense um, days of troubles and tribulations and trials, and the Lord said to me, and he said it through my husband, that you know what whenever I'm faced with a challenge, whatever it is, no matter how small or how little or how big the challenge must is, that my weapon of warfare is praise. My weapon of warfare is worshiping him. And so anytime I find myself in a dear situation, I just plug into it. Now, it's not
Mm.
easy. Now, let me give you a perfect example of that, which just happened recently. My first son is in the university now, and for like a month or thereabout, we've been having this back and forth, you know, um, tussle with his admission and stuff like that. And 2 nights ago, we were trying to get into the portals of jam to just get it. And then we got his because it was already in school, but jam had not given us the
Yeah.
paper. And we knew that, if they don't do it, that might mean something else. But because he has said that whenever you're going through any kind of situation, just plug in into once you plug in into that dimension with me, you will you will see, there will be swift, turnaround. And so,
Yeah.
as my husband was trying to log in and all that, I just plugged into. I was just saying thank you, Lord. I was just reminding him of what he said and all that. To cut the long story short, by the next day, which was yesterday or 2 days ago, by afternoon, we were in the office, because my husband's office is just next to this place. And then
Yeah.
I just heard him shout, "Praise the Lord!" And I just knew that, okay, that was it. The job office sent my son's admission letter, and put how they put this red provision, is it provisional,
Yeah.
whatever, their stamp and all that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
God,
Personal
is this how
admission.
you used to do? Is this how you used to do? God, this
It is
is
what I
just
used to
like,
do.
this is. And I'm like, so he was like, look, this is your own blueprint. This is your own is it, will I say, secret weapon.
Mm. Mm.
So once I enter into the, and not only for me. Now, let me share another testimony.
Yeah.
About a month ago, an older friend of ours invited us to our husband's birthday now, because they are very close to us and they're like our mentors. But the
All right.
husband did not know that I was coming. It was a surprise party,
But yeah.
just starting, and then I went with my team and we started ministry. Now, before I left, I kept hearing God said this to me in Yoruba word. He was saying this, he kept repeating that word, Irapada. I mean, that word means redemption. Irapada in Yoruba, I mean, in
Mm,
English means redemption or restoration. So I kept hearing it over and over and over again. And so
mhm.
when we got to the party, it was a garden, and I was just doing my thing, just loving on the Lord. Now, because it has become a part of me. Even when I'm in the midst of people, I it seems as if it's just me and Him alone. So
Yeah,
I just forget about everybody else.
exactly.
I just forget it. So, and I'm just lost in that place, and and that word kept coming up, and I said, someone is here, and the Lord is calling you into calling you back into everything. Now, this was about a month ago. Yesterday, I received a long WhatsApp message of how
Hmm.
someone in that gathering, who was not even outside in the garden, was the person was in the living room, just minding his own business and eating. And he said, when the lady who was worshiping began to say something about this, that, something began to shift. What am I saying? I, 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 at first, in the beginning of my journey, people castigated me for that Oriki and that Yoruba-ness. I remember someone who was there to me saying to me, please, oh, this is not a Yoruba church. Oh. And you just come here now and just be speaking Yoruba and just be chanting and everything. But no, and then you say, yeah, and then the person said, and you say you have a global assignment. How are you going to travel out of Lagos with this Yoruba that you're just picking up and down? Now, my brother, that statement alone nearly pushed me to suicide. I'm not lying to you.
Right.
This was 2007, 2008. And
Mm,
I began to like question, am I really sure this is worth it? Am I really sure this is it? Please, be like, say, God, you have to hold yourself at this junction, and then I will hold myself. But thank God that it came through and made me, and that was when the need to seek validation became more prominent. The need
mm,
to to curry people's favor became prominent, because I felt I wasn't enough. I felt that I wasn't, even though yes, I knew He has called me, but I wasn't looking like every other person. I wasn't
mm.
even being called to those you know, known platform, so to speak. I was just in my corner, and then I will cry out to God and say, Shebi, you say global. They have not even left our streets. What's all this? You did that, that kind of a thing. But why Oriki? And how did I come about this expression? It was what he
Yeah.
said when he called me in 1994, if I'm correct, 1994, 1995, on that
Hmm.
mountain somewhere in Ado-Ekiti. I went to University of Ado-Ekiti, somewhere in Ado-Ekiti, and he said, "This is what I want. Make a divine statement with an African signature." And then there was this baptism of Yorubaness and all that. And beyond the Yoruba, I've also been
Mm.
taking lessons in other languages so that I can also be able to um, um, do this eulogy, this oriki in other languages. Because, of course, Yoruba is my first territory, my base. But then, because the assignment is
Yeah.
Africa, the assignment is Africa. So I must be able
Mm.
to now the vision now is to be able to cut across, you know, um, those other African states and even the world. And of course, we can see it with Olorun Agbaye. Now, when Olorun Agbaye came out, am I jumping the gun already?
No, 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 no.
Okay,
I was about asking you how Oloro Agbaye came about, and
okay, so
from your
uh,
expression,
yes,
before you come in, the
yes,
truth is your uniqueness is you. You don't have to be like any other person. You are
yeah,
Bamike
exactly,
Oba. You are
exactly,
Bamike Oba, and when you
exactly.
express yourself, that is the only person that can express himself or herself that way is Bamike Oba. She
Yes.
speaks
Yes.
Yoruba. She
Yes.
praises God in Yoruba. So that
Yes.
is you, and I appreciate that. So
Mm,
Olorun Agbaye,
mm.
how did we get to Olorun Agbaye?
Okay, um, so I was just in my house minding my business. I was doing the COVID when the COVID was intense, and
Mm-hmm.
I got a call, and my brother was on the other line, and was like, "Hey, hey, sis, I have this song, I've been working on. I would like for you to um, be a part of it. Um, can you like come tomorrow or the next day?" I said, "Okay." No, okay. He said, "Okay, I will send the song to you." I'm not even sure if he sent it at that time. And then I said, "Okay, no problem. No worries." But I didn't take it to heart because something similar like that had come about 3 years before that time, and it did not become a reality. Instead, I found out that someone else had to do it, and that incident, left did something to my person, so to speak,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and going back to that place of rejection and not being wanted by people, or not that. So when this call came, of course my subconscious conditioning was like, went back to that last incident. It was like,
The disappointment.
should that was how they came the other time. Ah, don't just put your mind, just do as if you did not see it. And so I was just like,
Exactly.
whatever, whatever. But then I think 4 or 5 days later, the second call came in. I said, okay, I said, this looks like something that is real. I said, okay, are you ready? We're doing something in the studio tomorrow. Can you come? And I said, I'm not doing anything, so to speak. I'm just chilling at home with the boys. COVID is not letting us do
Mm.
much anyway, and nobody is calling us to come on. So I jumped and I went and I listened. As I listened, and he said, "Okay, so this is the part you're coming on." And I opened my mouth. I can still remember what transpired in that studio as I'm talking to you right now. The whole place just went. I go, everybody just, I was like, okay, so what's going on?
You don't understand.
Because
You
to
opened
me,
your mouth and he filled it.
but to me, because it was like, it was a giving, as in it wasn't maybe because I'm not saying I've become used to, but it was like, this is what I do in my closet. So when I saw them do all of that, these are that,
Yes.
I was like, what's going on? And then I had to do it again. And the truth of the matter is that what I did in the first time was different from what I did the second time, was different from what I did the third time, was different from
They
what I did
never
the fourth time. I think we had
they
about
never
5 takes, and they were different. And so
they
there
can
there
never
was this problem of, okay, so which one are we going to settle down for
which
now? Because all of them are just like, "Fuck." And
wow.
what came to my mind at that point was that there is always a season of preparation. There
Okay.
is always a season of preparation. And because
Okay.
somehow along the line, he has been preparing me. And then, opportunity came, and phew, I think it was like we would say in Yoruba, and I run bomb share. It's like, pour petrol into the fire, so the thing don't boil like that. That kind of a thing. But so that was how
Yeah.
that Olorun Agbaye came about, and I give God the glory. Why?
Wow.
Because when it came about, it was a fulfillment of the things He told me 23, 24 years ago on campus. And what
Wow.
did He say? He said this: there is a spiritual advertisement going on your behalf. I am going to
Amen.
personally announce you to the world myself. And
Awesome.
so when
Awesome.
I heard that was it my second year or third year in the university, I was waiting for, okay, announcement this month now. I'll be announcing next year, announce it next month. And then First year, second year, then 10 years, and then 15 years, and then 20 years, and then 21. I was like, all these global whatever, they have not left Nigeria. People, I forgot it. But when the song came out, I remember I was in a friend's house that morning, October 30th, 2020. When the song came out, I was just like that, and I said, "So Lord, okay, so what next?" Because I had seen it many years ago, so seeing it
Yeah.
playing out again now was like, okay, I seen we did this 20 something years ago. I saw it, I heard it, and then this is what is playing out now. So I'm like, God, what next? I knew that it was just a beginning of so many other things unfolding. And just like you
Yeah.
said, it was an announcement. So that was how that's what the song Alone, that was how it came to be, and that was the story around it, so to speak.
Wow. Bamike, thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Thank
A
you.
lot of us, a lot of us out there, young people who are aspiring,
Mm.
we just feel like sometimes, just feel like, nothing is happening. God has
Yes,
abandoned me, blah blah blah, and all that. But listening to your story,
mm.
23 years, and he's just like, don't worry,
That's
I
it.
will announce you. I
That's
will
it.
announce you.
That
And
that's it. That's just it.
when the announcement came, it was obvious. This is God.
That's
This
it.
can only be God.
I remember
Wonderful. So,
remember when I said
yep.
when that castigation, is that the word you use? When I said someone dear to my heart said to me, this is not a Yoruba church. You just come now, and all you're doing is just chanting up and down, and you're
Mm,
prophesying and whatever. That this thing will not take you out of the country. You will not. And you say you want to. You say you're a global phenomenon, because that was what I kept saying to myself, and I kept saying to people who care to hear me. I'm a global phenomenon. That's what he said to me on the mountain. That's what he said to me in those places of experience,
listen.
early morning, just seeking his face and saying, Lord, okay, what do you want me to do now that I'm sold out to you? And then he began to give me blueprints. And then, so when that word, way back then in 2008, and the person said, you will not even travel out of, you won't even move out of Lagos without this Yoruba thing that you're doing up and down. Now, I didn't really have to move out of Lagos
Mm-hmm.
when Olorun Agbaye came out.
Mm.
And Olorun Agbaye has gone into the world. Now, that can only be God.
Whoa.
That can only be God. That in the true
That
sense
can
of the
only be
word,
God.
I see the Lagos, but man, the accent that he has given to the
You see?
voice is over the world. It's all over the
Yeah.
world. And that
Yeah.
cannot be any man. That is God doing his thing, how he wants to do
Mm.
it, the way he wants to do it. And so when
Mm.
people ask me, well, how have you been able to stay put? I said, why will I not stay put? I didn't want to stay put, because there were many episodes of saying, God, hold yourself, let me hold myself, please. I don't want to do this thing
Yeah.
again. Because number one, it's not putting the food on the table, and then we are not driving Oma. What's that? I'm still doing keke napep all over Lagos. And you're saying, please, Lord, I don't want this. And I know that I'm more than this. But then I remember that when God is taking you through a process, if there are some sheddings that need to happen, you know. Anybody
Yeah.
that has a mandate,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
someone, every one of us, we have a portion of things that we will go through to get to the place called there. And
A
for you
call.
to be able to get there, there is a process. It's not overnight. I remember I would say
Yeah.
to myself, I don't want to be an overnight success. I don't want to be a rave of the moment. But I want to be I'm someone who wants to have a lasting legacy. It's to have relevance. So I
Mm.
don't just want to just sing the song and then next minute we don't know. That time
Mm.
in, time out. there was a song. Okay, I belong to a platform, and there was a song I sang in my first album in 2002. That's about
Mm,
19 years ago. I
mm,
sang a song for Nigeria in that album, and I did
okay.
a video way back then. But this was way before these days now that YouTube and everything. We just did, and last year I did an animated version when we were going through this crisis and enters and all that, and I put it up. This morning, I belong to a group where we're praying for, an intercessory group praying for a new Nigeria. And as we were praying, and they were talking about this, dissecting
Yeah.
the the coat of arm and all that. I just felt in my spirit to send the song there, and I sent it, and someone wrote back said,
Yeah.
"What? This is so hard. This song is." And I sang. It was in Yoruba. Now, in the I would say that I stand to be corrected, but I believe I'm one of the very few people who started singing, mixing languages together, Yoruba and English.
Mm,
I think
mm,
I'm one of. I can
mm.
safely say that I'm one of the pioneers who started singing, because I would just be singing it, and then Yoruba would just enter. Then Yoruba would just enter, and so that was how I got to this place. It wasn't easy, but it took me years. And so at some point when I saw my colleagues who had gone light years ahead, I'm like, forget it. But I know that, you see,
Wonderful.
when God has put a call on you, when it says, for everything there is a time and a season for everything under the sun. There is a time for everything, a season for every activity. Your time no go pass you. No way. No go pass you. Are we still
Wonderful.
on?
Quickly before I let you go, I want to take some comments because
Okay.
we have some people watching and they are making some comments. Let me quickly
Okay.
take this. There's somebody here, Sweet Pea. She's of the tribe, this tribe. She's here. Oops, what's happening? It's not coming on.
Okay.
Oh, what is it? There's Pastor Chooks who just made a comment now. Oh, what is it?
Okay. I've seen that.
Bamike, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here. Yes. I've seen. I saw one now. When God is
Bamike,
taking you
can
to
you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Whoa. I had two comments here, but I don't know what is
Yes.
happening. It's not coming on.
But I can see it. I can see
Yeah.
the
All right.
comments.
Before I let you go,
Mm.
you must do this on this show.
Okay.
I don't know why he's not responding. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello, Bamike. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Yes, I can.
Bamike, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, Amakre. I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello. What's happening now? Hello. Hello. Ooh, I think his network. Oh. Hello. Well, I guess I'm the only one here now. Okay, I can read this comment. When God is taking you through a process, there are some shedding that will happen. Yes, yes. That's what's called pruning. Okay. I
All
think
right.
I think you're back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
All
So
right.
sorry.
It's
Yes,
okay.
yeah,
Let, let,
that's
let,
the network, but it's okay. It's
mm,
one of those things. So that's
yes.
the comment from Pastor Chooks.
Choose.
Yes.
Yes. I just read
And
it now.
Sweet Pea also said something to just like, yes. So, yeah,
Mm.
before I let you go, I want you, yes, let me quickly do this. Give me a minute. Okay. All right. Before I let you go, I want you to just praise God in 1 minute in an Oriki fashion. Just praise God in 1 minute. Let's hear praises to God from Bamike Oba.
Okay. Okay. So let me do this one that has been ringing in my heart. I've been singing it for weeks now. Um, it was um, it was inspired
Hello, did
by
you hear me?
yes, yes. It was inspired by Psalm 8. Oh Lord,
Bamike,
our Lord. I can hear you. I can hear
hello.
you. Hello, I can hear you. And I'm already doing it. Oh Lord, our Lord, how excellent is your name in all the earth. Who has set your glory above the heavens, out of the mouths of babes and suckling your body's strength, that you may silence your enemy and the avengers. So this is it says Oluwa, Oluwa. You can also see it on my YouTube channel. It says, Oluwa,
Okay.
Oluwa, 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 immortal, invisible, Oluwa wa. Olórìkì ẹgbàágbèje, àìkú, àìṣá, àìdíbàjẹ́, àìrí. Èmi ni tí ń jẹ́ èmi ni. Atóbájẹun kílẹ̀ oṣù, àkòtàkìjí, Ọlọ́run tó gbé ikú mì ní ìṣẹ́gun. Olúwa, Olúwa wa, mímọ́, mímọ́, mímọ́ nínú àwọn ọ̀run. Olúwa, that is who you are. Olúwa wa, faithful Father, everlasting God, the one who reigns and rules in the affairs of men. Atobito, Atobiju, Atobito, Atobiloba, Atobatele, Ibu ọlá ọlá yanturu. Olúwa lẹ ó máa jẹ́ Olúwa wa. Your name is high and lifted up. Olúwa, we worship you, Lord. Olúwa wa. Thank you so much. I hope that was okay.
Mm, 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 mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes.
Thank you. 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 Mm.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. People, we have been discussing with Bamike Oba at yes, we have been discussing with Bamike Oba Adeyemi. I call her God's Oriki. That's what I call her because each time I listen to her praise and worship God, I am more or less
Mm.
Bamike.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
I didn't
back.
want.
Sorry, the network has been.
Yes, I
Yes.
didn't want.
So,
I
but
didn't want to jump out
we
without you coming back on first.
ex, exactly. So, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
We're
having me.
going to have a follow up on this. The
Okay.
network has been a little bit
Yes.
challenging,
Yes.
but
Yes.
we will
We
have
need
a
to do
follow
it
up
again.
on this.
Yes, we
Want
need
to
to do it
say
again.
yes, I want to say a very big thank you. Regards to
Thank you
your
so much.
family
Thank you
and
so much.
all. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. All
Yes.
right.
Regards to yours as well.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, people. That's what we have on the Word Cafe live show. Yes, the network has been a little bit challenging today, but don't worry. Bamike Oba is going to be back on the Word Cafe live show. And I think we're going to have more Oriki moments with her. You heard her today. Time and season. God has you, He has you covered. Till I come your way again, this is Amakri Isoboye, your host on the Word Cafe live show. Bye for now.